Hi, all of you. So yesterday's class, we discussed what is object-oriented programming, and in that, what is encapsulation, both we discussed. So the same encapsulation principle in today's class, let's see with some sample program. So I'm going to take one more, right click. So I want to implement one bank application. In that, in general, what and all banking transactions you are going to do, all the transactions I want to implement in that. So generally, what and all transactions will be there: account number, name, balance. Okay, opening balance or whatever balance it is. So add, I'm going to add one more class. And functionalities, deposit, withdraw, get balance, all these functionalities I want to implement. Deposit, withdraw, get balance, all the functionalities I want to implement. And some functionalities I will implement, and some functionalities I will give to you people to do that process. So as of now, we are not having any DB connection or anything. So plainly, means for one employee or one customer, we are going to do. Later, once we finish this, then the same thing, once we discuss, once we start this database connectivities and all, the same program I'm going to discuss with database connectivity. Means all the data, how to fetch the data from database, and all these things we will discuss. So as of now, two classes I'm creating. One contains the main program, which is use bank, and second contains the bank class, which contains all the CURD operations. That means in that another bank class, we are not having any static void main or anything. What and all bank is going to provide for that customer, all that operations I'm going to write in that bank. When that memory is going to consume, once you create an object for that class, then the memory is going to consume. Okay, let's see one by one. Static void main. Now, either if you are comfortable, you can write it in this class only, or no ma'am, I don't want to implement anything in this class, I want to create a separate class, means that is also no problem. So just for our reference, everything, if it is in one program, then it's easy for us to search. That's why I'm writing here. But there is no rule like that. You can create one more class, and inside that class, you can write all these content. Inside this class, all these things you can write. So for that, what I'm doing is I'm going to add one more class, bank. See, separately also you can write, but in this you won't have static void main. So what and all bank class contains account number and string name or long balance. Three variables are there, or three data members are there, right? What is the default scope of these data members? Anyone? What is the default scope of these data members?
Bank class?
No, default scope means is they are public, private, or internal?
Internal.
No, private. Yesterday only I explained class inside members default scope is private. Because of that reason, the class inside, whatever we are going to define, those members you can't access it outside. So again, I'm saying these points are very, very important. So the class, before you are not giving anything. So By default, the scope of the class is internal. Internal means within the project only you can access. Whereas class inside means whether it is a variables or whether these are methods or whatever it is, class inside whatever you are writing, those members' default scope is private. If you want private, then leave as it is. If you don't want private, then you have to make that as any other public, internal, or whatever you want, you can. Okay, now come back to this. So by default, these members' scope is private. Now, what and all functionalities you want to provide? Deposit and withdraw. Withdraw the amount and get balance. It is going to return the balance. And get balance is going to return the amount. So balance, what is the type? It is defined long. So always it's going to return long. And withdraw is not going to return anything. So void. But it will take two things. One is, suppose, see, when you want to know your leave about withdraw also, when you want to know the balance, if you go to bank, then if you ask, please tell me my balance, means immediately the bank person, what he will ask? If you go to bank cashier or clerk, and if you ask that person, please tell me my account balance how much, then what he will ask?
Account number.
Account number, yes, correct. Account number he will ask, right? So that I have to pass it as an input. Means I have to pass account number as an input. Then that bank person will send me or will gives me my balance. What is my balance? He will return. Okay, that is first step. Now, when you want to withdraw the amount, then in that withdraw form, so many things you are going to write: date, name, account number, all these things you are going to write. I'm not going to take all these things. I'm going to take account number as a priority. So int a number, account number, comma, and how much amount you want to withdraw, that amount also, amount. These two parameters I'm taking. So when anyone wants to withdraw the amount, they have to tell their account number and they have to tell how much they want. Then internally, I'm going to check whether that account holder is having that much of amount. Then I will withdraw the amount. First, before that also, whether that account number is valid or not. If it is valid, whether that account number is having how much you are asking, that amount is there or not, then only they will withdraw the amount. That code I have to write it here. See, whatever I'm saying in a normal English, that I will convert into programming language. Same thing. If I want to deposit the amount also, I'm going to give the account number and how much amount I want to deposit, that amount also I'm giving here. How much amount I want to deposit, that amount also I'm giving here. So someone shared the video. Can you please off? Ansling, can you stop video? Okay. No. So account number, name, balance, all these things are there. So all these things are there. So all these details are there, and here all these values are coming, means all these methods I'm going to give. Now before that, before all these transactions, whether you want to do deposit or withdraw or get balance, first of all, what you should contain, you should have some account in that bank, right? So for that, what I'm doing, open account. If I want to open an account, then I want some customer information. What? String name, comma, long amount. These two I'm going to send. So two things I have to provide for open account. So if I provide these, normally, suppose if you take, if you want to open an account, then what bank will do? Bank will give you one application form. In that you have to fill all the details. I'm not concentrating on all details, because reading 2 details, if you understand, reading 10 details is obviously easy, right? So I'm not concentrating on all data, phone number, father name, mother name, date of birth, gender, all these things you have to read when you open an account. For me, I'm not going to take all, but if you are interested, you can take all the details. Okay. So if anyone wants to open an account, they have to provide their name and what is the opening balance, that both they have to provide. Then this method, what it is going to do, this method is going to create an account. After creating the account, that method will return the account number. That method have to return the account number. That means it have to return the account number. So here I'm giving it as int. And here this method is not returning anything, void. Now, if anyone is having any question, please let me know. If not, I will move to next.
I have a question with regards to variables. In those brackets, you have defined some variables like string and long amount. And there's something string account number which you have already defined outside. You're taking it inside. How does it work? I'm not really getting it.
See, once you defined anything inside a class, then the scope of these class variables, these are called as class variables. So these class variables scope is within the class. Within the class, any method can use. And these are called as parameters. That means whoever calling this method, those people have to pass this data. So these parameters scope is within this method. These parameter scope is within this method only. Outside of, I mean, this n value, I can't print it here, or this amount, I can't print it here. So see, many people will think that here also I had given amount, here also I had given amount. Don't think both are same. So this is a parameter, and the scope of this parameter is within this method only. Outside of the method, you can't use that. Okay.
Okay. And for deposit method, inside the parenthesis, it's int account number. Is it the same variable
No.
that you have defined outside the class? Okay. Okay.
Next.
Yeah.
Others. Because this program is little important. If you understand the flow, how it is going on, then okay. Display also, it should ask a number, and okay. Now all these things are ready. Now I'm coming, means this method body I will implement. I'm coming back to my main program. What is my class name? Bank. Bank object is equal to new bank. Done. Now, when I give obj dot, am I able to access any method, or am I able to access any variable? No. Why? Because this class inside whatever we defined, everything default scope is private. Everything, all variables and methods default scope is private. So you can't access these from outside. So if you want to access any member outside, then all those members you have to make it as public. Now only one method I changed this as a public. Because of that reason, when I type obj dot, see, open account is working fine. That means we are able to open an account by creating this object. So in the same way, I'm going to public 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 public. Yes, all these things are there. Means and I don't want to get balance. Okay, leave it. Get balance also I want. So all these things are ready. Now when I type obj dot, I'm able to access all the methods. Deposit, withdraw, get balance, all the methods I am able to access. Okay. So what and all method scope you want to give outside, all the method scope you have to change there to public. Okay. Now, first and main thing is what? See, this object is the real-time entity. So in that bank, this person opened the account. Means this person wants to open the account. Then for this object, the memory is going to allocate. If another person, another object, another person, another object. Like that, objects are going to be created. Depends upon if you are there, then for you, I will allocate the memory. If you are close the account, for you, whatever memory is there, that memory is going to remove. Who is going to remove also, I will tell. But if the person is there, for that memory is there. If the person is coming to class, then I will allocate a chair. If the person is going out, then whatever allocated chair is there, then that chair I will remove. Like that, this is going to work. So I created an object and it's working. Now let's finish all the methods one by one. First, open account. Now we are getting name and amount. What is the scope of this name and amount? The scope of this name and amount is within this method. Means outside of the methods you can't use. But this name, maybe I want to use it for display. This name, maybe I want to use it for display. If I want to use it for display, then that name value should go to class parameter, right? Otherwise, how should I get the data in another method? Because just before I said, this method scope is within this method only. These variables, I mean, these parameter scope is within this method only. Outside of the method you can't use. In that case, what you have to do, the name what the customer is sending, that name I have to store in this variable. Then only, because the class variables, what I said, the scope of the class variable is the entire class. Any method can access. Within the class, any method can access, right? So name is equal to n and balance is equal to amount I gave. And now what I want to do, I have to generate one account number. Actually, real-time banking people, they will generate in a different way. Like so many, means each bank is having separate strategy to create their account number. Then what I am doing means, because I don't want to do all those complex things, we are having random class. Random rad is equal to new random and rad dot next of, here there is some overloaded version, minimum and maximum value. Okay, so minimum 1000 comma maximum 5000. In between this, I'm asking to generate one number. In between this, I'm asking to generate one number. So that number I'm going to assign to account number. So actually there is no rule that you have to do like this, but some logic should be there to generate that number. I am using random class to generate that particular number. Yes, anyone wants to ask?
Yeah, Sindhu, this new random, if we are not defined as a method, right? And you are creating the instance name for that.
This random.
Yes, yes.
See, just a moment. Before going to that, go to definition. See, what is that random? Random is a
Okay.
predefined class which is available in system namespace.
Okay.
That, so see, earlier when I explained starting session, I used Oracle connection or string builder I used, right? All those things are what they are predefined classes. If I want to use string builder, what I did for that string builder, I created an object and I called all the methods. In the same way, I created an object for this random inside this method, and I called this next method to generate a random number in between these two.
Okay.
Clear?
Yes, and one more thing, like the class bank is there, right? It's a internal class, right?
Internal class, yes.
Yeah. Yes. So how we can able to call them in the main program? Or like,
Because this class bank, what is meant by internal? Yes, whatever you are saying, this is correct. So class default scope is internal. Internal means what I said, within the project, anywhere you can call.
okay.
You can call. So within the project, anywhere you can call means you only tell this bank class and use bank, both are in the same project or not.
Yes.
We can call, right?
Yes.
So no problem. Suppose if you are calling that in any other project, at that time, this bank class is in which namespace, you have to import that namespace first. After that, you have to use. I will tell that also.
Okay. Like using OOPS program like that,
Yes,
right?
correct. Yes, using OOPS programming. After that only you can use this bank.
Okay. So
Because
at that condition, we have to use the public, right? In the class?
yes,
Okay.
correct.
Okay. Okay.
In that case, you have to give public. Not now. In inheritance, I will start that concept. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Nice.
Now, open account. Account number is created. Return account number. It is going to return that account number. Now, if everything is clear, then I mean about this method, if everything is clear, then I will move to next. See, I'm not in hurry. If all are okay, then only please tell. If any one of you are having any small question, please ask. Because
And
going forward, the programs will be little lengthy. Yes.
one more thing,
Mm.
how we can able to know that the default classes are available inside the system? Like if
Yeah,
you want
we are
to.
having, I will explain. We are having so many ways are there to find it out.
Okay.
So one way I will show maybe here, system dot, see, system dot random. See, you are having these symbols, right?
Yes.
These symbols are nothing but classes. One easiest way to find, many other ways are there, but one easiest way immediately to find it out means, see, random is a class, rank exception is a class, and if you go down slowly, sorry, system dot console. See, this console is a class,
Yes.
and like that you will get all these things. These are different thing, but whatever you are getting in these symbols, all these things are under this system namespace. Okay.
Okay. Okay. I have one more doubt.
Mm.
Sorry. So we are defining the random all the classes, default classes.
Mm.
So what will be the under the random, is it possible to see it?
Just before I showed you, right, click on that, press F12, or right click on that, go to definition. Under random, what and all constructors are there, what and all methods are there, all these things you can see here.
Okay. Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
Otherwise you can press dot, but instead of dot, directly go there, so that you can see all the things there.
Okay.
Why do we have next over there, ma'am?
Generally what this next is going to do means, see, if I place anywhere, if you are getting confusion, put the cursor on that next. What it is going to do, returns a random integer that within the specified range, I mean, in these two ranges, it is going to generate one random number. That random number it is going to return. That return type also it will gives you here. I want some random number to be as an account number. So that I'm going to generate using next. Okay.
Okay. The syntax itself is like that.
Yes. If you want to know that syntax also, see next of. See down it is showing 3 syntaxes are there for next. Next,
Okay.
don't give nothing, returns a non-negative random integer. That means there is no limit. It may
Okay.
return 1 also, it may return 1 lakh also. There is no limit in that. Whereas a maximum number means, suppose max 1000 if you gave, it may return 1 or it may return 10 also. I don't want like that. I want to give minimum and maximum value. In between that range I want.
Okay.
Yeah. That we can search like that. 5,000, all these things. Now, I opened an account and I got an account number. Now, small thing here, small, I mean, very small concept. Sometimes, see, these parameter names we are giving different, and class members name we are giving different. But in real time scenarios, in projects and all, you won't have separate names. It's very difficult to identify the project name and this separately. Why? Because suppose imagine if that method is taking 30 parameters, and those 30 parameters you have to assign to your class members. Imagine 30 parameters names you have to remember and 30 class variable names you have to remember, means very difficult. In that case, what they will do means they will give the parameter name and class member name as same. They will give parameter name and class member name is same. So if it is the case, then there is a small problem. What is that? Suppose if I'm giving this name as name, if I'm giving that particular parameter name as name, and if I give name is equal to name, your compiler will get a confused what you are trying to do there. Your compiler is getting confused what you are trying to do, whether you are trying to store this name variable into this. Actually, our intention is this parameter name I want to assign to class member, right? But here it's not clear. Suppose, see, when I click on here, this parameter is selecting. When I click on here, this parameter is selecting. Nowhere this is selecting. Why? Always first priority it will gives to this only. That's why it is thinking that the name parameter you are assigning to the name parameter only, but your intention is not that. So when a parameter name and class member name both are same, when a parameter name and class variable name both are same, to differentiate that we have to use this keyword. We have to use this keyword. Now, if I select this, the top one will be highlighted. If I select this is going to be highlighted. Means it's taking some time to update. See, if I select this, this is highlighted, right? When I click on this, this is highlighted. So always keep remember, inside a class, anywhere if you are seeing this keyword, inside a class, anywhere you are seeing this keyword, whether if it is for method or if it is for class, keep remember, this always going to represent the current class member. See, some pen is there, that is your pen only. Then what you will say to others? If I ask whose pen is this, means you people will tell this is my pen. So I'm going to means I'm going to represent my properties that I can represent using this keyword. Keep remember, always this is going to represent the current class member. Okay. Next, keep remember, means just the topic came slowly I'm explaining, but later so many examples are there. But keep remember, make that note. Always wherever you are giving this for a method or a variable, whatever it is, this is going to represent the current class member. Okay, now go down. Deposit. Yes.
If we give class name different and parameter name different, do
No
we get?
problem. suppose see here the name is balance and here the name is amount. Am I giving any this? No, that in that situation is not required. But going forward in your project, some situations will be there where you only tell 60 variable names remembering is easy or 30 variables names remembering is easy. Obviously 30, right? Because of that reason in projects and all, maximum they will give class variable names and parameter names same only. In that case, how to differentiate that means this. But if you are giving different, no need of this. Even if you are giving this also, it will not highlight that. See, when I give this, observe, slowly it will shade it out. Because here this is mandatory, but here this is not a mandatory part. Slowly I will come back, this will be shaded out slowly because there this is not required. Clear? See, if you observe here, this is very highlighted, but this is shaded out because here this is not required. But if you are giving also, it won't throw any error. Next. Now, deposit. If I want to do deposit, first of all, what I have to do? Suppose the cashier had taken your deposit form and amount. First step, what he will do? He will type your account number there. If your account number is not matching, then immediately he will return back, right? So if account number is equivalent to A number. Now, anyone tell me here, can I give this also account number? With the same name, can I call or not? Yes, you can call. So, but this account number is different and this account number is different. How to identify that? You can identify that by using this keyword. Means my current class inside whatever account number is there, that plus whatever parameter is there, that if both are same, then balance is equal to balance plus amount. If not, I'm going to return console.writeLine invalid account number. Account number. That's it. Anyone, any question, please ask. Okay. Now.
Sindhu?
Hmm.
Yeah, in the deposit method, account number, we don't have any value, right? Yeah.
No, you have to pass that value from this method, from this class. Okay.
Okay.
Let me do this also. Bank account number and console.writeLine. See what we are doing. We are preparing the skeleton part. Okay. Tomorrow, if any customer wants to deposit, how it should react. See, the bank cashier don't know all those things. The bank cashier will know only this front-end functionality. So here I am doing a console application. That's why in a black screen you will get. But actually, if it is a Windows or web application, a beautiful UI screen we will get. In that UI screen, they will ask all these details. But the cashier, clerk, manager, all the people, they know this program only. They don't know background what is happening. This developers are going to create based on customer, based on client requirement. Okay.
Okay.
Now let me do this also. Console.writeLine. Enter name. I'm going to ask the name and string name is equal to console.readline and console.writeline. Enter balance and int balance is equal to int 32 of console.readline. Now account number and balance both I had taken. Now that obj dot obj dot open account. I want to call this method, and I want to pass this name, comma, balance. Both I'm going to pass. Someone is unmuted, please mute. So open account, I'm passing these values. So these values, this method is going to return what? If you place the cursor on that, it will tell you. See, open account is going to return an integer, right? That means int account number is equal to, or I will declare all the variables at top. Account number equal to initial 0 I'm giving. So int account number equal to, I'm assigning. So if account number is greater than 0 means some value is generated. Then console.writeLine, your account is created successfully and your account number is plus account number. I'm going to print that account number. Done. I'm going to print that account number. So this process is done. So I'm going to take name and I'm going to take balance. After taking all these things, I'm going to generate account number. Once account number is generated, I'm going to check whether the account number is greater than 0. If the account number is greater than 0, then I'm going to print the account number. That's it. Okay. Now, after doing all these things, account number is going to generate. After doing all these things, then the next step is I'm writing in a loop. See, here I'm taking all the details. I'm sending all my details to open account method, and that open account method is going to generate one account number. That account number is going to return this. If account number is generated successfully, then I'm going to show that account number. Then if account number is greater than 0, then only I want to do all this work. Otherwise, I don't want. Simply, I want to throw a message, else console.writeLine, account is not created. Account is not created. Done. This step is done. Then all these steps are done. Then close this main program. This is not required. Close the main program. See, I'm writing all the functionality. First, I'm taking the data. I'm generating the account number. If account number greater than 0, I'm printing that. Then I'm going to ask all the other details. Console.writeLine, 1 for deposit, 2 for withdraw, 3 for get balance, 4 for display details. 4 for display details. Slash and enter your choice. Display details. Get balance. Enter your choice. And int choice equal to convert dot to int 32 of console.readLine. I'm going to ask the choice. So here, anyone, any questions in this?
Yes, Sindhu, where the enter name is there, I think the spelling mistake is a string name, console.readLine. Above, I think line number 17.
Line number 17. Console.readLine. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
name.
Okay. Oh, yes, yes. String. Thank you. So all these things are done. Then once all these things, once I know the thing, then I'm writing a switch case. Switch CH. Some of you don't know this switch case, but don't worry. In this weekend, I will cover that pending part. So what is this switch case means? When more number of choices are there, whether choice equal to 1, I have to do this, or whether choice equal to 2, I have to do this, or choice equal to 3, I have to do this. In all such cases, I'm going to write that using a switch statement. Okay. So that whatever I'm selecting, choice 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm selecting that value. I'm selecting that selected value I'm going to store in this CH. That CH I'm going to give in switch. So how many cases will come? Case 1 or case 2. That means in that CH, you may enter either 1 or you may enter either 2 or you may enter either 3 or you may enter either 4. But other than these 4 cases, some people may enter 5, 6, 7, 8 also. In that case, all the other things will comes to default and it should show error message console.writeLine invalid choice. Invalid choice and I don't want to continue. Break. That's it. I'm not going to discuss more on this. Tomorrow I will continue. But any questions on this topic?
I have a question.
Yes.
That's in line 21, account number equals to object dot open account. You have passed those arguments over there. How is it acting over there? Where
So
is it going?
these values will, OBJ is what? OBJ is bank account class, right?
Yeah.
Bank means this. So it
Yeah.
will goes to this class and it will check, is there any open account is there? Yes, open account is there. So it will hit to this method. So I'm putting breakpoints and I will run this program. Then you can understand. Here I'm putting breakpoint, not here, in the next line. Now I want to execute. Make this use a bank as an entry point. So go to properties. If you observe in these properties, you can select only use bank. You can't select bank. Why? In that bank class, you are not having static void main, right? So here I'm selecting use bank. Now don't press Control F5, directly execute F5 or start button. Because if breakpoints are, if you place any breakpoint, then Control F5 won't work. I'm executing this. So it should basically ask all these details. Right? Any error? Okay, for some time what I'm doing is I'm commenting these things because they have to return the data, otherwise they will throw error. So run the program. Because here the method is going to return value. Here you have to use return keyword, otherwise it will throw error. So I commented that. Still what happened? Save all these things. Sometimes clean the solution. Yes, start. Sometimes Visual Studio 2019 is behaving in a different way. So leave that, no problem. After executing, I will do undo. Even if I commented also, it's throwing error in that commented lines also. Now it will comes to your main program first, because use bank, right? It will goes to this use bank and it will ask your name and what is the opening balance. After taking all these details, it will come back to this program. See, it will comes to here, and after asking these two details, it will comes to this breakpoint. Where is your output? Yes, enter your name, RAM, balance 9,900 I'm giving, enter. So see, this breakpoint is executed. See, this breakpoint it came. Now here also I had given breakpoint, right? Observe now what it will happen means it will comes to this method. I'm continuing. To continue that next step, F10 I have to press. When I click on F10, from here onwards, it's going to call that particular method. What is happening? Some issue with this controls, some zoom controls, and these are clumsy. Control F11.